It's Monday morning. I'm going to show what sold over the weekend, which is mainly bread and butter items. And we're going to play Smash or Pass. Okay, here we go. This sold this morning. It is about 8 in the morning. Sorry, this sold overnight. It's a little pink plush purse with a zipper. I bought it at the fair a couple years ago, but I can't fit my phone in it, so I decided to sell it. It sold for $12.27. I made $9.18. Pass, because I paid way more than that at the fair. I think I paid $20. Okay, and then we have this cookbook, which only sold for $8 because there's several of them on there. And condition, I made $5.62 after fees. I don't count the cost of goods because I bought this in a lot and I've already got my money out of that. Okay, this one's kind of fun. So this is I wrote it down, gold medal yokai watch face. So they have this type of watch and you can interchange the faces. Hold on just a minute. And this one ran for $25. I paid $1.69 for a whole bag. Now, it came with these, which I'm selling as a lot because they're not as valuable. And these, which I'm selling separately, which are right about $6 or $7. But mainly any coin that looks like a coin is shiny, you could sell for $25. They have other ones that are similar, they're shiny. And then these also were bundled. I love my Treasures thrift store because they bundle like things together. And these are Power Ranger toy, vintage toy chip gun things that fire out their discs. So those were all together. Anyway, so that's going out, and that I sold for $18.27. And after fees, I made so $14.46 is what I made. And then if you minus $1.69, so $12.77, and I still have those other ones. Okay, so smash on that one. Shh. I wish I had a buzzer. Shh. Okay. Then these are bathroom magazines, I think from the 90s. And I got them in a lot. I sell my books lower than market value because I want them to go fast. So this one sold for $14.34. I made $10.25 and I paid 80 cents. So smash, because they sold within 2 weeks of listing them. The S. Coffee book sold within 2 weeks of listing it. The Piggy purse took about 2 months. Like, this is definitely a Q4 item. Oh yeah, and this sold within like a week. So, okay. And these mobiles, these Playmobil lots, these sold for $14.99 on eBay. I made $10.87 after fees. I bought a bunch of these in sets, and I've already made my money, not in sets, in like $1.99 toy bags. Maybe $2.99 for one of them. I think I bought three of them. I've already made my money back because I've sold at least 2 other ones for $14.99 on Mercari, and this sold for $14.99. It took a while for this. Is the Australian Outback with the native boat. Like, you can mix your sets if you find Playmobil toys, especially if they're vintage, they'll sell. Now, this is newer, and that's why when I had her separate, I think she didn't sell. But I found the sloth. I had the sloth somewhere, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I added it to the Australian Outback. I listed it, and it sold the next day. And the other thing that sells is people buy a lot of the silverfish, like just the silverfish, which I thought was fun. And last but not least is a Star Wars scrub. Now, I'm a Star Wars fan in general. My favorite is The Mandalorian. But I do love just the whole Star Wars thing. And of course, I grew up with it, right? So, I mean, I was of the age and waited in line at the theater when the first Star Wars came out, and the line was around the block, and that was unheard of at the time. My husband is a big fan. Anyway, I picked this up, and it was an emotional buy. I paid $257. It sold for $8.55. I made $4.11 after fees. Pass. Why? One, it's a medium. Now, it is in lovely condition, but it's a medium. So, it took about 4 months to sell. 2, I've just got a tip. If you're going to source scrubs, don't source these kind. You want to source the plain kind that have the tie and that are quality. So, there is a certain kind of scrub that I don't remember the name of, but there's another one called Figs, and Figs is easy to remember, and those have a high sell-through rate. And the reason I know that is because I saw it on TikTok. Somebody's like in the comments, oh, Figs are the best scrubs. And I looked it up. I was like, and the reason I remembered is because when I was looking at scrubs after I bought this one and it didn't sell very fast, I saw Figs. I was like, well, you know, so I moved on, because a lot of times I only have a certain amount of time to source. Every time I have a certain amount of time to source, and I could have sold those, but again, it was like 2 pieces. Not that big a deal, but it was good enough to remember, hey, if those come up again, and now I always look. I've also sold a weird brand that you wouldn't think of. It was new with tags. It was like Debbie something or Laura something. But it was a beautiful quality. So when you're looking for scrubs, when you go out sourcing, if there's a scrub section that has a good price, and not everybody sources them, right? You want the wraparound kind that tie. They're solid on the outside, not fun like this. Okay, they're solid on the outside. Think of operating scrubs. And then a lot of times they'll have pants, but even if they don't pants, that's fine. If you can find a pants and a top, they're decent money with a good sell-through rate. Again, that's a bread and butter item. There are certain brands that are going to have higher prices, of course. So just instead of trying to memorize brand, just look for quality. You know, a good quality scrub versus something like this, right? It'll be soft, it'll be thick, it won't be easy to wrinkle. Anyway, that's my scrub tip. Just because I don't find high-ticket items sometimes doesn't mean that I don't know what to look for. It just means I'm not finding them. So, anyway, that's okay. I'm happy with my sales. I have a migraine again today. I'm going to post this by tomorrow. So have a great rest of the week. Stay sane, stay awesome.